So, good evening, guys. Can you hear me? Yeah, good. So, let's start the session. Okay. Yesterday we discussing about we discuss about redirectors. Yes. So, we'll have how many types of redirectors we'll have? Input redirector, output redirector, and then error redirector. You can say redirectors are operators. Okay. And then append it will be coming under output redirector. Okay. So let's see here how we need to redirect the output to the file. So how we need to redirect the output to the file, we'll see now. So let's see guys here. I'm trying to executing ls-l command. I got this output. I was executed one command. I got this output. This output I need to redirect into the file. Clear? This output I need to copy into the file. Okay. So let's see here ls-l. So we should use output redirector. That means greater than. Okay. So now I'm trying to creating the file on top of the desktop. Okay. Home student desktop. So for your verification purpose, like for your better understanding purpose, I'm trying to creating the file on top of the desktop. It's not like this. You can create the file anywhere. It depends upon your requirement. You can provide the like path, then you can create the file. Okay. So at present, I'm trying to creating the file on top of the desktop. ls-l. So as a command, so this output ls-l command output, I'm trying to redirecting into home student desktop. Okay, home student desktop, and I'm creating the file called file1. So file1 it got created on top of the desktop. See guys here, we'll have the log here. So why we'll have log? Yes guys. So why we have log here? So why we'll have the log guys? Because I'm logged in as a student user. This desktop environment it belongs to student. I switch from the student to root user. Okay, the root user he was created one file on top of the desktop. So on top of the student user desktop. So because of that reason, so the remaining people like apart from root, remaining people they doesn't have the access. So we'll have the log symbol. Only root he can able to access. Okay. If I open this file, so let's see here. If I open the file, we'll have the content. The output be copied into the file one. So how to verify this? Cat home. If it doesn't have the graphical mode, how we need to verify this? Cat home student desktop file one. So like this, it can redirect the output to the file. Clear? How to append the content into the existing file. For example, try to executing the find command -type then b. I was executed this command. I got this output. From here to here, this is output, guys. From here to here, it's output, and this is error. This is error. I'm trying to appending the output into the existing file called file1. So this command output, I'm trying to appending into the file1. So how? So same command we should execute again. Then double greater than. Then we should provide the existing file name called file1. See here, it will print the error. It is not going to print the output. The output it is going to redirect to the file1. If you want, you can open this file directly. We have the graphical mode. So see here, the output it is appending into the existing file called file1. So how to verify this? With the help of command line interface, cat home student desktop file1. Got it? So I hope you're clear, guys. So this is a way you can redirect the output. You can append the output into the existing file. How to redirect the errors? How to redirect the errors? So we should not use greater than, we need to use two greater than. We need to keep two in front of the greater than. Otherwise, if you keep the like greater than, what will happen? Since it will consider as a output only. So error is a different and output is a different, guys. Okay. So let's see here. I'm trying to executing ln-l. This is a command. It doesn't have like this command. It doesn't have like this command. We'll have ln-s or ls-l. But I was given ln-l. So it doesn't have like this command. Because of the reason we got errors here. So I need to redirect this errors to the file. Okay. I need to redirect the errors to the file. So ln-l 2 greater than the same like location I'm going to use to create the file 2. So file 2, it was created on top of the desktop, and if you open the file 2, we'll have the error. See, the error it got redirecting into the file 2. I need to append the error, guys. I need to append the error into the existing file. So how to append the error? How to append the error? Simple. So I'm trying to executing find command again. Okay. So find command again. See here, if I execute this find command, I'm trying to searching the block files with the help of find. I have the output from here to here. This is output, and this is error. This error I need to append into the existing file called file 2. So let's see here. So same find command we should execute find / then hyphen type space b. So b for block files. 2 double greater than we should use. Then we should provide the existing file name. Okay. Instead of double greater than, we should provide the 2 double greater than home student desktop. Simple, guys. Okay. I'm trying to appending the errors into existing file call. Existing file call file 2. See here. It will print the output, but it is not going to print the error. The error is going to redirect into the existing file into the file 2. See here. Got it, guys? So like this, I can append the error. So with command and interface, we should check cat home student desktop. Got it? So now using the greater than, I can able to redirect the output. Using 2 greater than, I can able to redirect the errors. Using output redirector, we are redirecting the output. Using error redirector, we are redirecting the errors. So if you want, you can append also. So 2 double greater than to append the errors, double greater than to append the errors, to append the output into the existing file. Okay. Now my question is how we need to redirect errors and as well as output into the one file, both into the one file. Yesterday already we discussed visual letter 2. What is letter 2? Yes, guys, already we discussed yesterday. Yes, did you attend the class yesterday, visual? Guys, what is meaning of 2? Yes. STD error. Very good, Akhil. STD error. STD input 0, STD output 1, STD error 2. So we need to redirect the errors in the sense we should use 2 in front of the greater than. Otherwise, it is going to consider output. So I need to teach like again. So entire topic yesterday, I think you must please try to communicate with your friends. Okay. So clear, guys. So I hope you got it. Now my intention is while I'm trying to executing the command, we'll get the output and errors both. Okay. Output and errors both. Clear? Now I need to get the error free output. I need to get error-free output. How to get the error-free output? How to get the error-free output? We'll see now. Okay. Find forward slash. So type B. I'm trying searching block file and here to here output and this is error. I need to avoid this errors while I'm trying to executing the command. So we need a error-free output. Okay, it doesn't require errors. 2 greater than DEV null. 2 greater than DEV null. Find forward slash hyphen type. B means block files. I'm trying to searching the block file. While you try to searching the block files, at the time we'll get the output and as well as errors. And try to avoiding the errors. I'm redirecting the errors to the DV null value. See here, we'll get only output. It doesn't have this line. See here, find, run, these all stuff it doesn't have. Okay, got it? Next. Okay, so now I need to redirect the errors and as well as output to the file. Both I need to redirect. How to redirect the errors and output to the file? We'll have output redirector, we'll have error redirector, and we'll have input redirector. That is a different story. To read the file content, we are going to use the input redirector. Okay, cat less than file name. It will print the content of the file. Okay, so now I'm trying to redirecting the output and as well as errors to the file. Okay, so let's see here. Again, I'm using find command. You can use any command that it's not like this. While you are trying to executing this commands, you should get the output and errors both. Okay. Find name. I'm trying to searching the name called file1. See here, this is output. The file1 it got located on top of the desktop and there's errors. This both the lines. If I'm using the greater than, what will happen? Output redirector only output it is going to redirect to the file. If I'm using 2 greater than, what will happen? It will redirect the only errors to the file. But my intention is both I need to redirect. How? Same command we should execute. Ampersand greater than. Then home, student, desktop. And for example, you can create any file. Okay, you can create any name. Okay, test is a file name. The test file it got created on top of the desktop. If you open this test file, we'll have the output and as well as errors both. Got it? So how to verify with the help of command line interface? Cat home student desktop and test. Got it, guys? So I hope you're clear. It's not a location. We are redirecting the errors to this DV null value. DV null means there is no value. It is not going to the errors. While you are trying to executing few commands, so we'll get the output along with the errors. But my intention is I need to avoid the errors. I should not get the errors. I need only output. At the time, I'm trying to redirecting the errors to the DV null value. DV null means there is no value for errors. It will move to the trash, temporary, not permanently. So in output itself only. Got it, Sachin? Okay. So let's see, guys, here. So how to append the errors and as well as output into the existing file? No location means you can say it's one trash. It will move to the trash. So that is what I was given the information will on starting itself only. Why we'll have the log symbol, guys? Please concentrate, guys. Before you ask this question, I was given the answer to you people. Why we'll have the log symbol on top of the file? Only root user can access. What are the reason for errors? while you try to searching, so we'll have some locations. Inside the location we doesn't have the access at the time, always you'll get the errors, na permission denied like this. Chandana, you doesn't have the access to open the file into the one particular location, always you'll get the error, permission denied like this. So I'm trying to searching the file into entire operating system. We'll have few directory, we doesn't have the access to open that. So at the time, always we'll get the permission denied error. Okay. Sudo. Sudo. Why you are using sudo here, Akhil? I didn't discuss any sudo command. Na? What is sudo, first of all? Yes. What is sudo? Super user do. Then here, where you are going to use the sudo command? What you are trying to avoiding? I am login with the help of root user. No need to use sudo. I'm already super user. I'm logging with the help of root user. Why we should use sudo? So if you are into normal user, then we should use the sudo. Don't worry. So we are going to discuss maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow about sudo. Don't worry, okay? So don't bother about the sudo command at present. Plus present, what I'm trying to providing the information, concentrate on that. That's enough. That is enough. Clear? So I hope you got it, guys. How we need to append the errors and as well as output into the existing file. For example, I'm trying to executing the same command, find / type, then B. We'll have the output and as well as errors. This is output, from here to here it's output and it's error. Now I need to redirect this both into the test file. Okay, simple. Ampersand double greater than, guys, that's it. And then provide the existing file name called test. Okay, so if you open test, we'll have the previous output and errors. This is the previous output and errors from here to here. And then it's now we appended this output and errors both. So I hope you're clear how to redirect the, that means how to append the file, output and errors into the existing file. Clear? So please make a note. This is all about redirectors. Redirectors. So please make a note. This example is enough, guys. So actually, where we are going to use this redirectors, in which cases we need to use this redirectors? Yes, guys. So we already discussed about the redirectors from yesterday onwards. So in which cases we should use this redirectors? Yes. Yes, anybody? For example, I'm trying to executing one command. Similar file, we are not putting the files, we are putting the output. So there, what you are trying to executing the command output I am trying to redirecting into the file. Okay. Clear? So now here, why we'll get the files into there? So we can able to copy the files into the file. It is possible. We can able to copy the file data into the file. It is possible, but we are unable to keep the files into the files. We need to keep the files into directory. That's it, no? So see here. For example, I got a downtime in my organization. Okay. I got a downtime in my organization. I'm using few monitoring tools, or otherwise I'm using maybe log files. I'm trying to checking the log files. We'll have few commands to know the log files. Okay. So journal CTL is a command to know the log files. So my junior administrator is unable to understand what type of like downtimes, what type of error we got into the in our organization, why we got a downtime. So how to verify the downtime? So using the log files in real-time environment. So without log files, they are unable to find out the like issue. So I got a one issue. Everyone they are setting ideally that is called downtime. Okay. Now my junior administrator he is verifying everything, so he's unable to understand like what type of error, what type of problem we have into our organization. Now he need to like forward the issue to me. How he is going to? I'm not into the office. I'm into the remote location now. So I'm somewhere. Okay. So I need to know the log files. I need to know the log files, errors, whatever it may be. The entire log files I need to know. So we are going to execute one command called journal CTL. So you will get all the log files. Okay. So for example, this is a command. So we'll get this all the log files. There's a one output. This output I need to send to my senior administrator. Maybe like my junior administrator, he's going to send to me. He need to send to me to Gmail or some different mail. So how you're going to send this log files, guys? There's output. This output, how you're going to send someone? So now it is possible to send. Yes, guys. Are you going to take the like snapshot or what? So you're going to WhatsApp. Don't do like this, okay? In real-time environment, this output we need to redirect to the file. You know how to redirect the output to the file. We should use the greater than. That means output redirector. Got it? So and we need to attach this file to the mail and then we need to send. So in this cases, we are going to use. So journal CTL is a command, guys, to get the log files, okay? It doesn't have the log management concept for you people, okay? Okay, so I hope you're clear. And then apart from output redirector will have the one more command. Let's see here. ls-l type symbol teet. Okay. Then I'm trying to creating the file on top of the desktop. Maybe F1. See, we'll get the output and then this output it is redirecting to the file one. See, both it will happen using T command. T. So, but you like this. ls-l is a command. We'll get the output. Then T it is redirecting the output to the F1 file. So if you want to can check student cat student desktop F1. Got it? So T also you can use. So we did almost everything like basics. So now from today onwards, we'll start chapter wise. These are all the basic commands. So basic filter commands we discussed, and basic command we discussed, and editors we discussed. And then so everything, so what we require basically to interact with the operating system, everything we already discussed now. Okay. Now today we'll start user management. So actually we need to start user group management. So today I'm going to provide some theoretical part related to user management. So maybe if you're having the time, then we can able to do the practical session also. There is no issues, but it will take some time to explain the user management theoretical part. Okay. So can we do, guys? Okay. So please concentrate. So please concentrate from here onwards. We are going to discuss chapter wise. Okay. So from here onwards, it's very, very important. Till now, we discussed only a basics. That's it. Very, very basics we are discussed. Okay. Now, so we doesn't require any operating system. Please minimize this. Done. So first of all, my question is, what is a user, guys? So what is a user? So what is the use of users? Why we need to create a user accounts? How many types of users will have? Yes. So little about Linux, guys. So don't bother about the Linux. I hope like you know very well about Windows. Yes. How many types of user accounts will have in Windows? Two types. What are they? One is administrator. Another one is guest user. Yes. So normal user or root user in Linux. Okay. Now exactly why we require users, guys? It may be admin user. It may be guest user. So can we able to log in without user? At least we should have one user account. At least administrator user account we should have. Then only we can able to log in. Okay. While you try to installing the operating system at the time itself only, or by default the admin user account it will be created. Okay. That's it, no? Okay. So with the help of this admin user accounts, at least we should have the one user called admin. So what is the use of this user account? So why we need to create this user account? To manage the resources in our operating system, we should have the users. Without users, we are unable to manage the resources. That's it now. Okay. So to manage the access and these all different stories section. So here, what is the use of user? What is the use of user? To manage the resource. So without user account, who is going to create the files? Who is going to create the directories? That's it now, guys. So can you able to create the like files and directories? Can you able to manage the resources without user account? It is possible? No. Simple. Simple question and simple answer. What is the use of user? To manage the resources in our operating system, we need a users. Without user account, we are unable to manage the resources in our operating system. Clear? So coming to user management. So coming to user management, we'll have the three commands, guys. That's it. Very simple three commands we'll have. So I'm using hash because this command we should execute with the help of root user. User add to create a user. Clear? User mod to modify a user. User del to delete a user. That's it. Okay. User del to delete a user account. Apart from this, we'll have one more command called password to assign the password to update the password for user. Clear? To update the password for user. So clear, guys. So this four commands we are going to use into the user management. We'll see later about these commands. First of all, how many types of user accounts we'll have, guys? Yes. How many types of user accounts we'll have? Two. So everyone, you know, two user accounts will have by default, so root user and normal user. But I'm saying now in Linux, we'll have three types of user accounts. Got it? How many types of user accounts we'll have in Linux? Three types of user accounts. What are they? What type of properties these user accounts will have? Now we'll see. Okay, guys. If I'm trying to creating the user having some properties. What type of properties? The first field is user name. Next, password field. Next, UID. So next, UID. So one more, GID. So group ID, user IDs and group IDs. Clear? GID, then comments, and process you can say. Home directory, okay? Home directory. So clear? And then shell, okay? So how many fields will have, guys? If you try to creating the user account, how many fields will have for the particular user? Hmm? Yes. How many fields will have, guys? Count this all the fields, guys. Username, password, UID, GID, comments, home directory, shell. 7 fields will have. Clear? How many fields? We'll have 7 fields. Each and every user having 7 properties. So what is that? The first, very first user in your operating system. Which one? Always root user. So root user is a very first user. X indicates a password property. So that's root user. Okay, I will tell you what is X. And this X, it will link to some different file. I will tell you later. Okay. It's the first user. Because of that reason, the UID will start from the 0. And GID also 0. What is UID and GID? User identification number and then group identification number. So generally, coming to Naresh IT, how many branches will have, guys? So maybe like recently they launched the one more branch in Vijayawada also, I think. Okay. So we have the 2 different branches. Okay. One is in Hyderabad, another one is Vijayawada. Okay. Now, few peoples there belongs to Hyderabad branch and few students there belongs to Vijayawada branch. Clear? How we need to identify these peoples, guys? So generally the management, how they are going to identify you? You are a student of Naresh IT. How they are going to identify you? Yes, guys. By using ID card. Identity card. So they are going to like check. So whether you have the use, what is your name, what is like your serial number and everything. This is called UID. And branch ID is a group ID. We'll have the 2 different branch. Whether you belongs to Hyderabad branch or Vijayawada branch, we need to check in a sense, we should check the group ID. I hope you got it now. So we have the 2 different groups. One is in Hyderabad, another one is in Vijayawada. So to identify the peoples, so there belongs to which group? That means which branch. So by using the group ID. Clear? Don't bother about the groups. We'll see later. Okay, first of all, concentrate on users. Okay. So user ID and group ID. So user ID, user identification number, and group ID, it's a group identification number. So root is a very first user. The users will start from 0 to 60,000. So by default we'll have. So 0 is a UID for root user and 0 is a GID for root user. Clear? And then comments. Root having root only. So by default, root having root. What is the home directory of the root user? What is the home directory of the root user? Yes, guys. /ROOT is the home directory. /ROOT is a home directory. And then shell environment. What type of shell environment will have? Bin bash. Bin bash is a shell. Yeah? Because we are using bash shell into RHEL 7.0, the root user, it having the shell called bin bash. We can say it's a interactive shell. Clear? What type of shell it is? Interactive shell. If it doesn't have the bin bash shell, you are unable to log in with the help of root user. Not only with root user, you are unable to log in with the help of any user account if you doesn't have the proper shell environment. Clear? It's an interactive shell. Next. So I hope you clear about root user. So how many properties will have? 7 properties. One is username, X indicates the password properties, 0 is a UID, 0 is a GID, root is a command, and then / command means you can say like pet name, nickname, so So you can say, so we'll have the one like comment to the root to identify the root user. Okay. Slash root is a home directory, and then ben bash is a shell environment. Next. So we'll have the, how many types of user accounts we'll have? Three types of user account. One is root, another one is system user. System user, guys. Okay, system user. Coming to system user, best example, Apache, FTP is the best example for system users. So what is the use of the system user? To access the services, we are going to use the system user. Clear, guys? For example, I'm trying to installing the HTTPD service. That means web server. While you are installing this HTTPD service, three things it will happen. First, it will create one user account. The username is Apache. The user account it will be creating by default into the one configuration file. I will tell you later. Okay. And then it will create one home directory. It will create one configuration file. So the home directory will create into the WAR, and the configuration file it will create into the etc. Clear? Now Apache user account it will be created. Okay. And if I'm trying to installing the FTP server, we'll have the FTP user account. Okay. So there's a system user. What is the use of system users in the sense? To access the services, we are going to use the system users. Simple, guys. For accessing the services, for example, in Windows, I hope you know very well about Windows. I'm trying to creating one shared folder in Windows, guys. One shared folder. How to access this shared folder through network into the other machine, from one machine to another machine? We should provide the username and credentials of the particular machine, then only we can able to access. Yes. Now this username and credentials, it will become as a system user. I hope you got it, guys. So system users are to access the services, we are going to use the system users. Clear? X indicates the password properties of the system user. X indicates the password properties. Here, the UID will start from 1 to 499. So clear? So 1 to 499 user IDs in RHEL 6.0. In RHEL 6.0. So 1 to 499, there is a by default range. So 1 to 49, how we are going to identify the system users in the sense, we'll have the user ID from 1 to 499 in RHEL 6.0 older versions. Coming to RHEL 7.0 as well as in 8.0. So by default, we'll start from 1 to 999. In 7.0 as well as in 8.0, both the versions. Okay? It's not total. So we'll have the 0 to 60,000 user accounts by default in our operating system. 0 to 60,000, it got divided into the multiple users, like multiple different types of users. So for root user, 0 is reserved. 0 is a root user. So this is the first user account. So user, system users. For system users, 1 to 499 are RHEL 6.0 and older versions. Like 5.0, 4.0, 3.0, 2.0 versions having 1 to 499. That is system users. And then coming to RHEL 7.0 and 8.0, they got increased the user count 1 to 999. Clear? Yes. So in RHEL 6.0, the limit is 1 to 499. And then in 7.0 as well as in 8.0, 1 to 999. Clear? By default, you can increase the limit. That is a different story we'll discuss later. Okay? By default, we'll have this user account. For example, simple, guys. So Naresh IT having the different courses. How people are going to identify the students. So For example, I have the 45 people into Linux class. You all belongs to Linux or not? How you are going to identify? So they are trying to providing some like identity cards. So in this identity card, they have the numbers. You have the serial numbers, no? So from 1 to 499 or 1 to 999, they all belongs to Linux. And maybe like 1000 to 60,000, there belongs to Java, like this. Clear? Like this we define here. So by default in operating system it go different. We didn't define this. So while you are installing the operating system by default, it got defined 1 to 499 in RHEL 6.0 as well as in older versions, and 1 to 999 in new versions like 7.0 as well as in 8.0. There's a limit, okay? And like the same way, groups also. So groups also 1 to 499 in RHEL 6.0, and then coming to new versions 1 to 999 in 7.0 as well as in 8.0 versions. Clear? While you are trying to creating the user account, automatically the group it will be created, guys. No need to bother. Okay. So by default, one primary group it will be created. Next, comments. Apache having Apache only. Apache having Apache, and then FTP user having FTP only. Okay. And then home directory of the Apache var www HTML is a home directory. FTP home directory var FTP pub. Okay, clear. So I hope you got it. And then coming to shell environment. So here we'll have has been no login shell. Okay, here we'll have has been no login shell, guys. We doesn't have the interactive shell for system users. Has been no login shell. Clear? Has been no login shell will have. So for this use also has been no login. So by using this shell environment also you can able to find out so what type of user. Okay, what type of user it is. So I hope you're clear, guys. We are unable to log in with the help of the system users. We are unable to log in with the help of the system users because it doesn't have the interactive shell. It having the only non-interactive shell. Good. Next, normal user. Normal user. So normal user. Example, student. I can create any user account. So for example, U1. So like this user account, normal user you can create. Okay. So now X indicates the password properties of normal user, and then the user ID will start from 500 to 60,000. Not 6,000, 60,000. By default, 500 to 60,000 in RHEL 6.0. 6.0 version. So coming to new versions like 7.0 and as well as 8.0, we'll start from 1,000 to 60,000. We'll start from 1,000 to 60,000. In 7.0 as well as in 8.0, both the versions. Here, it will start from 60,000 to 1,000 to 60,000 by default. Guys, you can increase the user count till 4,50,000 in one operating system, but no one they are going to create these many of user accounts. By default, we'll have the 60,000. Who is going to create 60,000 user accounts? Hardly 100 users and hardly That too, we are not going to use the local user accounts. We'll have the one server called LDAP. So we are going to use the LDAP users, domain users we are going to use to access the user account centrally. That means from anywhere. Okay. So we are discussing about the local user concept. Okay. So we can able to create 500 to 60,000 in RHEL 6.0 in older versions and 1,000 to 60,000 in new versions like 7.0 as well as in 8.0. Okay. The next. So same groups also in 6.0, 1,000 to 60,000 in 7.0 as well as in 8.0. So here comment says student only. Home directory of the student user. Yes, guys. Home directory of the student user. So what is the home directory of student user? Home student. Very good. Home student. And here we'll have then bash interactive shell. Without interactive shell, you are unable to log in. So we can able to log in with the help of student user. Already we did this. Yes, I hope you're clear. So from where we need to get this all the properties? From where we need to get this all the properties, all the details? We'll have the one configuration file called etc password. Okay, etc password. See here. This all the details we are going to get from etc password file. These all the details we are going to get from etc password. So it's a one configuration file. /etc/password. Okay. So clear? etc password is a file. So we'll get all the properties of the user, local user properties. Simply you can say local user properties. Okay, so where we need to get the password properties of this local users? Inside the etc shadow. Inside etc shadow. Clear? So etc password content local user properties and etc shadow contain password properties of the local user. Password properties of local user. This X, it is linked to the etc shadow. Clear? So I hope you got it. Yes, no. We'll see tomorrow etc shadow related details. Now I'll show you etc password details and then one more thing. So we'll have to some more theoretical part we'll see now. So how to change the fields of this user account? Can we able to change the properties of the users? Yes, we can able to change the properties of the user using user mod command. Using user mod command. What type of options we need to use to change the properties? We'll see. So it's very simple, guys. See here. To change the username, to rename the user, you can say -l is option. -l to rename the user. Okay. To change the UID, -u. To change the group ID, that means to modify the group ID, -g. To assign the comments, -c. To change the home directory, D and then M. I'll tell you later what is the use of D and M. Okay, so D, -M. To change the shell environment, -S. Simple. Small l to rename the user account. Guys, these options you can use while you are trying to creating the user account. According to your requirement, you can change the properties of the user while you are creating the user account at the time itself. Okay. So few options we'll have. So we need to apply for this options only existing users. So like user renaming, If you doesn't have the user, how you are going to rename the user account? We should have the user account, then only we can able to rename. So because of that reason, this hyphen L option we need to use for user mod command. So while you try to creating the user account, at the time you can change the group user ID according to your requirement. You can use any user ID, but by default it will start from 1,000. By default it will start from 1,000. You can modify according to your requirement using hyphen U option. Hyphen G to modify the primary group ID. Hyphen C to assign the commands to the particular user. Hyphen D and M to modify the home directory. Okay, so by default, if I'm trying to creating the student account, so by default we'll have the home directory called home student. But my intention is inside the home, I doesn't require student. I need some different directory. We can modify the home directory, and then hyphen S to modify the shell environment. Apart from this, we'll have the few more options. Hyphen capital L, hyphen capital L, hyphen capital U. So capital L is an option to log the user, and hyphen U to unlock user. Here, to log the user, to unlock the user. Here, I hope you're clear, guys. To unlock the user account. So we can able to log the user and we can able to unlock the user. Okay. So using, but this both options we need to use for. We can use for user as well as user mode both. While you're trying to creating the user account, you need to log the user use hyphen capital U to unlock the user. Clear? So this is all about theoretical part related to user management. Okay. So please make a note. Let's take a snap. So finish. You can take a snap. So can I zoom out? Yes, guys. Please take a snap. You are unable to find out like this table so into your official contents also. We'll have theoretical part, that's it. Okay. So done. Very good, Chandana. What about remaining peoples? Done. Good. So finish. Very good. Can I continue the practical session? Can we do practicals? How to create the user account? So how to? It will take half an hour, guys. Chandana. Can we continue? 7:30 we have the Python class. So what about remaining peoples? Tomorrow. How many peoples you belongs to Python? And do you have some different classes that you onwards? You have the DevOps class at 7:40. Okay. Okay. So we'll do the so I will take few minutes, like 15 to 20 minutes, then we'll finish it of this practical session. Okay. So let's see here. So how to create the user account, we'll see now. So I hope this is a very interesting topic. Yes, because of that reason, most of the people they are asking to me to continue the practical sessions. Yes. Yes, I hope you're clear. Do you have any doubts in theoretical part? Okay, good. So let's see here. let's see how to create the user account. We'll see. User add is a command to create a user. So I'm trying to creating the user called U1. Yes, the U1 successfully it got created. Clear? The U1 it got created successfully. Then let's check the. So I'll do one thing. First of all, I'll show you. I'll remove this user. Okay. No. So let's see here. First, we'll verify the files. How to verify the files? etc password is a file. It contains all the local user database. So root is a first user. X indicates a password properties. 0 is a UID. 0 is a GID. Root is a command, and /root is a home directory. Then bash is a shell environment. So there's all the bin and daemon, admin, LP. These all system users. If you observe system users having has been low login shell. Got it, guys? Has been no login shell. And go a little bit down. We'll have the one user called student. It's a normal user. While I'm installing the operating system at the time, I was created this user account called student, and then X indicates the password properties of the student. X indicates the password properties of the student. 1000 is a UID, 1000 is a GID, student is a command, and then home, student is a home directory, and bin bash it having the interactive shell. Clear? So now I'm trying to creating the new user account. So user add U1. The U1 user account it got created. So it will create the bottom of the page, guys. Because of that reason, I'm going to use tail command. See here. U1 user account it got created. X indicates the password properties of the U1, and 1001 sequentially it is providing the user IDs and group IDs. And it doesn't have any comment for this by default. And then home U1 is a home directory for U1, and bin bash is a interactive shell. We can able to log in. So again, I'm trying to creating the user account using user add. Okay, U2. I'm changing the properties of the user. -G to change the properties. Sorry, -U to change the user ID. So by default, we'll get the like 1002 is a user ID for the C2 user account. But my intention is I need a 2002. -g doesn't require -g at present because we doesn't have any groups. Automatically, while you are trying to creating the user account, one group it will be created. Okay, so no need to provide -g at present. Okay, -c comments. I'm trying to assign the command called HR. -d to modify the home directory. So by default, we'll get home U2. But my intention is I doesn't require home U2. I need some different directory. So home, inside the home, I'm trying to creating the directory called test or demo, you can say. Demo is a directory. So home demo is a home directory for U2 now. -s, I'm changing the shell environment. I'm providing non-interactive shell. Has been no login shell I'm trying to provide. U2 user account it got created successfully. Clear? Then tail/etc password. See, the U2 it got created, but the properties of the U2 it got modified. See here, 2002. 2002 is a GID. Automatically we'll get the GID. HR is a command. Home demo is a home directory, and has been no login shell will have. We are unable to log in. So let's verify. I'm trying to log in with U1. I can log in because it having the interactive shell. Exit from the U1. Try to log in with U2. Clear, guys? Try to log in with U2. You are unable to log in because U2 doesn't have the interactive shell. See, U2 having has been no login shell. Clear, guys? So I hope you're clear. Okay. So like this again, modify the properties of the user while you're trying to creating the user account at the time itself only. Okay. So now my intention is I need to log in with U2. What I need to do now? What I need to do? I need to log in with U2, guys. At present, I doesn't have the access to log in with the U2. So this account is currently not available. I need to change the shell. How to change the shell now? How to change the shell? See, you will have the command called usermod -s is an option, -s is an option, then bin bash to whom u2. So let's verify. See here, the shell it got changed. Shell it got changed. Now try to log in with u2. We can. So we can able to log in with the help of u2 user. So I hope you got it, guys. We should not provide space. User mode, not user mode. Okay, Anurup. Will do. Okay. It doesn't require password at present. We are trying to switch from the root user to another user account. So root user doesn't require any password to log in with some different user account. Okay, without password we can. But while you are trying to log in with the help of normal user, then we should provide the password and only log in. Clear? So I hope you got it. I need to rename this user call. So instead of u2, I need to provide some different name. Okay. So I need to provide some different name. So user mod is a command because already it's existing user. Because of that reason, we should use the user mod command. That's it now, guys. It's existing user. U2 is an existing user. So we should use user mod command to modify the username. That means to rename the username. Hyphen small l is an option. And then first of all, we should provide new name and then old name. Don't give old name and new name. First, we need to provide new name. So new name is, can you any name? I'm providing approve. Okay, so we'll have the one student name called approve. Okay. So new name and then old name is u2. Then let's check etc password. See, instead of u2 it became approve. Clear? So now I need to log in with. So check the PWD. We'll have the home demo because home demo is a home directory for u1. Now sorry, u2. The u2 it got renamed as a approved now. Approved user having the home directory home demo. Now my intention is I need to change the home directory for existing user account. Guys, while you are trying to creating the new user, at the time you can change the home directory using -d option. Okay. So now already the home directory got created for particular user account, and then I need to modify this home directory for existing user. So let's see how we should do. Exit user mod -m, then -m and d. That's it. So we should provide the space here. Otherwise, directly can you md also, there is no issues. Okay. First we should provide the m and then d. Okay. Then home directory home approve. Okay. Then to whom approve user. So now let's verify. See. The home directory also it got changed. Then try to log in with approve user and check the PWD. Got it? So like this, you can modify the home directory for existing user using md command. Using m and d command. So it is not going to modify. If you're not going to use d, simple guys, md means modifying directory. Okay. So next. So I hope you cleared this all the options. No, we doesn't have the home demo. The home demo it got renamed as a home approved. Clear? So if you want, you can go and check into the home directory. There is no issues. See. It doesn't have the demo now. It became Apurv. Okay. I hope you're clear. Next. So I think we finished this all the options. Yes. Small L, Q, G, C, D, M, S. Now we'll see how to log the user. Okay, guys. So first of all, what we need to do in the sense, we should provide the password for the user account, then only we can able to do this practical session. How to provide the password? Password and U1. I need to assign the password for U1 user account. Okay. So the password got assigned. Then how we need to see, if you try to switch from the root user to any user account, you can. But while you are trying to switch from normal user to normal user, then it will ask the password. I'm login as a student user. I'm trying to switch from student user to root user. Sorry, student user to U1 user account. It will ask the password. We need to provide the password, then only we can able to log in. Got it? If you try to switch from normal user to normal user, definitely we need to provide the password. It's mandatory. Without password, you are unable to log in. While you try to switch from root user to another user account, okay? Root user to another user. For example, you are logging as a root user. You are trying to switch from the root user to another user account called U1. You can. Without password, you can able to switch. But if you try to log in as a student user, you need to switch from the student user to U1 user account. It's not possible without password. We need to provide the password, and only we can able to switch. Root user to any user account without password you can. But normal user to normal user, you need to switch. In a sense, you should provide the password. Just now I was created, na? Just now I was created, na, guys. Password. See here. I execute the password command here. There is a password command. Okay, then you can assign the password as there is no issues. Password U1, then provide the password. I think we executed this. The password token updated successfully. Okay, now exit from the root user and back to the student. Switch U1. Then we should provide the password. I can log in with the help of U1 user successfully. Got it? Click. So password is a command to assign the password to the particular user account. I'm using U1 user account to perform the log practical session. Okay. So how to log, we'll see. So by default, when you are trying to creating the user account, there is no password for the user. We need to assign. By default, it doesn't have any password. U1 is a U1 user only, guys. Root is a root user only. Mahipal. U1 is a normal user. Root is a root user. How like U1 is the root user? How U1 it will become root user, guys? I'm trying to switch from the one user to another user account using SU command. Got it? So let's see here. So I assign the password. Guys, simple. While you are trying to log the user account, we should assign the password first of all. Okay. Password is a command to assign the password. Okay. So now exit from the U1 and try to log in with root user. SU hyphen also by default will take root. Okay. No need to provide root here. SU hyphen by default will switch to the any user account to the root user account. Okay. So then here user mod hyphen capital L, then we should provide the username called U1. It got locked. Then exit from the root user, switch from student user to U1 user account. If you'll ask the password, provide the password. So we are unable to log in because the user it got locked. Authentication failed. How we need to verify whether it got locked or not? So switch to root user account. Okay. Password is a command. Hyphen capital S is an option. Then U1. See here. LK lock. Password lock. Got it? Password lock. So clear? The password got locked. Because of that reason, we are unable to switch from student user to U1 user account. But you can switch with the help of root user guide. It is possible. See, you are unable to switch with the help of normal user. I need to unlock this. So how to unlock? User mod hyphen capital U U1. It got unlocked. So if you want, you can verify the status. Password hyphen capital S U1. See, PS, that means password set. SHA-1 crypt. There's one algorithm. Clear? I hope you got it, guys. Now you can exit from the root user, try to log in with student user to U1 and provide the password. I can. So I hope you're clear, guys. How to log the user, how to unlock the user. We can verify the status of the password also. Password hyphen capital S is an option to verify the password. So how to delete the user account, we'll see now. Exit back to the student and try to log in into root user. User del is an option. User del is a command. So let's verify how many user accounts we'll have. We'll have U1 user account and approved user account. Now I need to delete the U1 user account. User del, then U1. Yes, it got deleted. So let's verify etc password. See, U1 user account, it got deleted. But we'll have the few data related to U1, guys. Inside the home, you can check the list. We'll have the U1 home directory. And we'll have the U1 groups also. We'll have some properties related to, that means some data related to U1. So only user account it got deleted. So we didn't delete the like home directory of the U1. So now my intention is I need to delete the home directory along with the user account. How? User del hyphen R, then approve is a username. It got deleted. So let's verify. The approved home directory also it got deleted. And then check the user, approved user, along with the user account you can. R means recursively, guys. So both the users it got deleted. Clear? So I hope you got it. That's all about user management. Tomorrow we'll see password properties of the local user account. So please make a note. I think from here now. So clear, guys? Yes, do you have any doubts and questions? Yeah, already we did this. So like this, I can manage the users. Okay. So see you tomorrow. Then we'll discuss tomorrow password properties of the local user. Okay. See, we didn't provide the option, because of that reason it's not deleted. We need to provide the recursively option. So if I'm providing the recursively option, then only it will delete the home directory and along with the properties. So each and everything will have some resources it is connecting to the U1 user account. Now, if you're using the user del command, it's not going to delete it. So we should use user del along with the -r option. Then only it will delete. User del, only username it will delete. We doesn't have this user, but we'll have the user related data. It is not going to delete. We need to delete everything from our operating system license. We should use -r. -r means recursively, guys. That's it. Which one you need to add back? You are unable to create this. Again, if you try to creating the U1 user account, so we'll have some errors. We'll have some errors. So because of that reason, while you are trying to deleting the user account, better to use -r option, then it will delete each and everything. Okay. So okay guys, see you tomorrow. Bye, take care.